Okay, now we refer to the illustrations of CVP by using the formula or mathematical approach. So illustration 1, we have A, B, C. So in A, okay, a firm makes a single product with a marginal cost. So what is marginal cost? Marginal cost is the variable cost. So variable cost 50 cents, selling price 1 ringgit and fixed cost 10,000 ringgit per period. Okay, so in CVP analysis, the most important thing that you have to find out is the three uh, three things. So variable cost per unit. So how much is 50 cents? And then you should know the selling price per unit. So selling price per unit is 1 ringgit and the total fixed cost. So these are the three things that is very important that you have to know in order to do an CVP analysis. So fixed cost here is 10,000. So these are the three things, okay, in A. Okay, so based on this information, you are required to calculate the number of units to break even, sales at break even point. So this is BEP in unit. Okay, sales at break even point, that means is BEP in RM. So margin of safety in units. Number 1 in units. Value 2 is in RM and also percentage. Okay, in percent if your sales is 30,000. So now we refer to the illustration, the answers. Okay, the first one. Okay, just now we have to variable cost is 50 cents. Okay, selling price per unit. So this is per unit is 1 ringgit. Fixed cost is 10,000. Okay, so how to get BEP? So the formula to get BEP in unit is the total fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. So contribution margin per unit is selling price per unit minus variable cost per unit. So total fixed cost is 10,000 divided by contribution margin per unit, selling price 1 ringgit minus variable cost 50 cents. So you will get 20,000 units. So this is the BEP in units. So if the company sells at 20,000 units, so that means there is no profit or loss occur in the business. Okay, number 2, you are required to calculate BEP in RM. So there are many formulas. Okay, if you refer to the notes or to the videos last video, okay, there are 3 formulas how to get BEP in RM. So we can choose either one that you prefer. So we choose the easiest one. So since we have BEP in units, so we use BEP unit time with the selling price per unit. So BEP unit is 20,000. Time with the selling price per unit is 1 ringgit. So your BEP in RM is RM 20,000 ringgit. So this number 2. Number 3, we have to calculate MOS. MOS, we have to calculate MOS in unit, MOS in RM, and percentage of MOS. So what is margin of safety? So we have the formula sales unit minus BEP in unit. Sales unit is given to you 30,000. BEP from number 1, 20,000 units. So you get MOS in unit is 10,000 units. How to get MOS in RM? So we have many formulas also. We can choose which one we prefer. So we use the formula MOS in unit that we get in here, times with selling price per unit. So 10,000 units times with 1 ringgit selling price. So you get 10,000 RM. Okay, how to get MOS percentage? So MOS divided by sales times 100%. So it depends to you to get MOS in unit or MOS in RM. So if MOS in unit, 10,000 unit, you divide by total sales 30,000 unit times 100, you get 33.33%. If you have MOS in RM, okay, MOS in RM, 10,000 ringgit divided by BEP sales also in RM, okay, 30,000 ringgit. So still you get 33.33%. So this is A. Okay, how about B? Okay, B, calculate target sales. Okay, target sales to earn a profit 17,500 if the selling price is 20 ringgit. So selling price per unit is 20. Okay, variable cost per unit is 13. Okay, fixed cost is 28,000. So Now we get target sales. Okay, refer to the answer. Okay, so variable cost just now, variable cost per unit is 13. Okay, fixed cost is 28,000. Okay, selling price per unit is 20 ringgit. So target sales in units, that means total fixed cost 28,000 plus profit. So the profit is given to you is 17,500. So this is targeted profit. Okay, so plus these two divide by contribution margin per unit. So contribution margin per unit, that means the selling price 20 minus variable cost 13. So the targeted sales in unit is 6,500. So it shows that the company should sell 6,500 units in order to get profit 17,500 ringgit. Okay, now we refer to C. What happened to C? Okay, a firm has a single product. Okay, a firm has a single product which sells at 4 ringgit per liter. So it result for the last year sales 220,000. Total cost you get the profit. So the fixed cost is 93,500. So if you refer here, selling price per unit is 4 ringgit. Fixed cost is given to you 93,500. So how much is your variable cost per unit? So it's not given. So we have to find out the variable cost per unit. How to get the variable cost per unit? Okay, how to get variable cost per unit? First of all, we have to find out the number of liters. How many liters that you sold? Okay, so that's why we refer to the answer here. Okay, so selling price per liter is 4 ringgit. Fixed cost is 93,500. So to get the variable cost per liter, we have to find out how many units or how many liters that you sold. Okay, so total sales divided by selling price per unit. So you get the number of units. So it's 55,000 liters. Okay, how to get variable cost per liter? Okay, the total cost minus fixed cost to get the total variable cost divided by units or liters. So you get here variable cost per unit is 1.3 liters. So we have selling price 4 ringgit, we have fixed cost 93,500, we get variable cost. So these are the three things that we have to have in order to analyze the CVP. So if the variable cost is not given, you have to find the variable cost from the information given in the question. Okay, how to get the BEP? So if you refer to the question, you are required to calculate BEP in units and value and margin of safety. Okay, so BEP in unit is the total fixed cost 93,500 divided by contribution margin per unit, that means selling price 4 ringgit minus variable cost 1.3 per unit. So you get 34,629.23 liters. So this is BEP in unit. So BEP in RM, BEP in units, okay, just that we get here. Times with the selling price, so you get BEP in RM 138,518.52 cents. Okay, so this is number one. Number two, so margin of safety. So margin of safety in units, that means the sales unit 55,000 minus BEP in units. Okay, 34,629.23 liters. So you get here. Okay, MOS in liters 20,330.37 liters. MOS in RM, so MOS in units times with the 4 ringgit selling price per unit. So you get 81,481.48. Okay, MOS in percentage. Okay, MOS in unit 23,270.37 divided by sales 55,000. So you get 37.04%. So this is how we calculate the BEP, target sale, and OS by using the formula. But if you forgot the formula, okay, so you can use equation method. So equation method here, okay, we refer to from basic equation. So what is the basic equation? So BEP means the profit is zero. So how to get the profit? Profit is equal to total sales minus total cost. So in this BEP, that means profit will be 0. So how to get total sales? Total sales is selling price per unit. So how much is selling price per unit? Is 1. Okay, we assume times Y. Y is the number of units. So we do not know that we want to find out the units here. Minus total cost. So total cost consists of fixed cost and variable cost. So how much is the fixed cost? Fixed cost is 10,000 plus variable cost. How to get variable cost? Total variable cost is variable cost per unit 0.5 times x times y, the unit that we want to get. Okay, so in this case, 0 is equals to y minus 10,000, okay, minus 0.5 y. Okay, so 0.5y is equals to 10,000. Y is equals to 10,000 divided by 0.5, you get 20,000 units. So this is the same answer with this one. So if you forgot the formula, you can use the equation. Okay, so the formula actually comes from the equation. Okay, so this is illustration 1. Okay, now we move to illustration 2. Okay, illustration 2. Okay, so if we refer to illustration 2, so it's given to you, okay, selling price per unit 40 ringgit. Variable cost, we have 3 variable costs: direct material, direct labor, variable overhead. Okay, so how much is the total variable cost? The total variable cost will be 26 ringgit. Okay, fixed cost is 28,000. Okay, calculate BEP in units and value. A, you have to calculate BEP unit and value. B, you have to get target sales if the profit is 11,200. So now we refer to the example here. Okay, so A, to get the BEP in unit, total fixed cost 28,000 divided by selling price minus variable cost to get contribution margin per unit. So the total units of BEP is 2,000 units. So this is BEP in unit. BEP in RM, okay, we take the BEP in unit here, times with the selling price, okay, 40 ringgit per unit, you get 80,000. So this is the answer for A, BEP unit, BEP in RM. So B, you are required to calculate the target sales if your profit is 11,200. So how to get target sales in unit? Total fixed cost 28,000 plus profit estimated 11,200 divided by contribution margin per unit 40 minus 26. So you get 2,800. So this is actually that we have calculated in illustration 1. But now we refer to C. C, if the effect on BEP and target sales, okay, if there are changes, okay, so in this case we have 4 changes here. Number 1, fixed cost increased by 1,400. This one, fixed cost increase. Direct labor increased to 8,000. Okay, this one is by, okay, you read the question carefully. Okay, labor cost increased to 8 ringgit. So labor cost is under variable cost. So variable cost also increased. Okay, the third one, selling price is increased by 2 ringgit. So selling price per unit is also increased. Okay, this is per unit. Okay, the number 4 here, there are 2 changes simultaneously. Variable cost per unit, okay, variable cost per unit reduced, and fixed cost increase, the total fixed cost increase. So what will happen to BEP and target sales? Okay, so we refer to the answers. Okay, C1, we just now we said that fixed cost increased by 1,400. Okay, so if you refer to the, okay, the formula, BEP is total fixed cost divided by contribution margin per unit. So the original fixed cost is 28,000. So now increase by 1,400. So increase, that means you plus to get the new fixed cost. Plus 1,004 divided by Okay, so selling price does not change, it's still 40. Variable cost is still remain 26 per unit. So now the BEP is 2100. Okay, to get the BEP RM, okay, 2100 times with 40 ringgit selling price, so you get 84,000. Okay, to get the target sales, okay, BEP, the fixed cost now 28,000 plus 1,004 now come to 29,400, the new fixed cost. Okay, profit is 11,200. Okay, the contribution margin is remain 40 minus 36, so you get target sales in unit is 2,900. If you compare, okay, what is the effect when there is changes in the fixed cost? So if other things being equal, that means variable cost is equal, okay, the selling price is equal, okay, if the fixed cost increase, okay, fixed cost increase by 1,400, BEP also increase from 2,000 to 2,001, from 80,000 to 84,000, so BEP increase. What happened to the target sales? Target sales also increase from 2008 to 2009. Target sales also increase. So this is the effect on BEP and target sales when there is changes in the fixed cost. The fixed cost increase. Okay, if this fixed cost decrease, so BEP will decrease, target sales also decrease. Okay, changes number 2 is about direct labor cost per unit. So if we refer to the question, direct labor cost is 4 ringgit. Okay, now increase to 8 ringgit. So that means increase by 4. Okay, so the total variable cost now will be 30 ringgit. So plus another 4 to get 8, increase to 8. Okay, so now the variable cost now will be 30 ringgit. Okay, so 26 the original plus 4 changes, increase. Okay, so now we refer to the BEP in unit and BEP in RM. So BEP fixed cost remain unchanged, is still 28. Okay, divide by 40 selling price. Now the variable cost is not 26 anymore but 30. So your BEP unit is 2,800. Okay, the BEP in RM 2,800 times 40 is the selling price, does not change. So your BEP in RM is 112,800. Okay, what happened to the target sales? The fixed cost remain unchanged. Okay, target sales is remain unchanged. Variable selling price also unchanged. Okay, the variable cost now is 30. So your target sales is 3,920. So if your direct labor cost, other things being equal, that means the fixed cost remain, selling price remain. If variable cost per unit increase, okay, variable cost per unit increase, what will happen? BEP also increase, target sales also increase from 2,000 now 2,008, 80 now 112, from 2008 now 3,920. Target sales also increase. So this is the effect if your variable cost per unit increase. So if variable cost decrease, BEP decrease, target sales also decrease. Okay, the third one, selling price increase by 2 ringgit. Okay, selling price increase by 2 ringgit, fixed cost remain unchanged, variable cost remain unchanged. We refer to the original information, okay? So BEP in units is fixed cost 28,000 divided by now the selling price original is 40 plus increase to now 42. So 42 selling price, the variable cost remain 26. So you get here, okay, BEP 1750. Okay, to get the BEP in RM 1750 times 42, this is the new selling price. So you get 73,500. Okay, to get target sales, the fixed cost remain unchanged, profit remain unchanged. Okay, the changes here is the selling price 42 minus variable cost 26 remain unchanged. So the target sales 2450. Now, if other things be equal, that means the fixed cost remain unchanged, variable cost remain unchanged. If the selling price increase, okay, selling price increase, what will happen to BEP? Okay, BEP from 2000 now 1750, from 80 to 73,500. Okay, the target sales 2008 now 2450. So that means BEP decreasing, target sales also decreasing. So if the selling price decrease, BEP will increase, target sale will increase. So if you refer to number 1, 2 and 3, it's only one factor change. What will happen to number 4 if there is two changes simultaneously? Okay, the changes here will be, variable cost per unit decreased by 2 ringgit. So if you refer here, variable cost decreased by 2 ringgit, fixed cost increased by 4,000. Okay, so now fixed cost 28,000, fixed cost increased by 4,000 plus 4,000, fixed cost 28 plus 4, divide by selling price does not change, 40. Now variable cost decrease from 26 minus 2, you get 24. So you get here, okay, variable, the BEP unit is 2,000. To get the BEP in RM, 2,000 times 40, selling price doesn't change, 80,000. What happened to your fixed cost, to target sales? So target sales, the fixed cost here, fixed cost is 28,000 plus 4,000, changes, increase, so you get 32,000. Okay, target profit is remain same. Okay, divide by selling price, same, minus variable cost, decrease by 2 ringgit, to 24. So the target sales is 2,700. So if you refer to this example, if other things be equal, that means the selling price is equal. If fixed cost increase, variable cost decrease, BEP 2,000 and 2,000 same, 80,000, 80,000 same. So BEP is same. Okay, what happened to the target sales? Target sales is 2,800 to 2,700. Target sales will decrease. So based on this situation, okay, we can see example here. Okay, example when the fixed cost increase. Fixed cost increase, example, you purchase or you buy new machines. So when you buy new machines, what will happen? Okay, the overhead cost, depreciation will increase. So the fixed cost will increase. Okay, the variable cost will decrease. Why variable cost decrease? You change from labor to machine. When you change from labor to machine because you buy a new machine, okay, the direct labor cost, okay, will less. That means because you use more machine. You buy new machine, you use more machine, the labor cost will decrease. So that's why the labor cost decreased by 2 ringgit. Machine, that means the fixed cost of the overheads increased by 4,000. Okay, so if fixed cost increase, variable cost decrease, BEP is same, target sales is reduced. So from this data, okay, the company should, okay, make a decision whether to buy or not to buy the machine or remain to use the labor in the production. So if you refer, the effect is BEP is same. Okay, so that means the number of units sold for no profit or loss is same. But what will happen to the target sales? So when your target sales is reduced, it shows that the company better buy new machine, okay, since, okay, the company can earn same profit, okay, same profit with less, okay, with less quantity sold. That means it shows that the company can sell only 2,700 to get 11,200 profit. If they do not buy the machine, they have to sell 2,800 to get the profit 11,200. So it's better for the company to buy the new machine in order to get the same profit. They have to sell only 2,700. 100 units. So this is called the sensitivity analysis. From this one, okay, from this sensitivity analysis, if there is one changes what will happen to the BEP and the target sales, the company can make a decision. Okay, so this is illustration on CVP by using the formula.